Acolyte sees all. I don't think Cechi knows about the unsummon trick yet. Oh, coil. Gets a last hit. The ring goes to MisterWinner. I don't know why Chechi's flag doesn't show up, by the way. But... knows. That'll be one peasant. Very classic play from Cechi. Just head fiends. DK harass. I suppose none of these changes make this map any more playable for an expanding human. This used to be a bad map for human expos. In fact, it used to be one of the few maps where humans would play one base against undead on in the past when they would always expand. But nowadays, of course, one base is way more popular, and MisterWinner always played one base anyway, so not a big deal for him to play. Just rifle caster, you know? Oh, look at this. Oh, but MisterWinner is still aware. What a legend. Nice play from both there. MisterWinner. Let's get the aura. Cechi has one more. Look at him. Look at the micro from this man. Does it get any better than this, I ask you? I don't know if it does. And the Archmage is still pretty healthy. Cechi will be able to get this guy. You want to coil it? No, he just wants to get it with skeletons. And he does get it. Back at home. Tier 2. Around the corner. With a lot of fiends in production. That was a couple too many there.
A player's forces are under attack.
I tend to go for 3 because that puts you at 25 out of 30. Then you can get your second hero. That's how math works for MisterWinner. As Hawk says in the chat, it is Mr. Rifles. As always. No, he goes tier 3 though against Undead. He doesn't play Rifles. He plays tier 3. Right? Doesn't he? Pretty sure he does. Plays Rifles against Human and against Orc, but I think against Undead and Human he plays tier 3. We'll soon know. That Lumber Mill, though, would suggest a tier 3 tech anyway, so... Deny, MisterWinner. Mechanics of a god. Cechi will get level 2 here. Yeah, he will get level 2 after this camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
For MisterWinner, will it be tier 3? Yeah, there we go. Cechi tier 3 as well. There's the Slaughterhouse. There's the Lich and Mountain King for MisterWinner, who's trying to get level 3, but hasn't been forcing the issue. Death Knight now has Aura, and Cechi with 3 Fiends could start taking things like shops if he wanted to.
Forces are under attack.
Wouldn't be surprised to see both shops get crept in the next minute. Death Knight's going to take a little while to get level 3, whereas MisterWinner's going to get his right now. Burrow early for Cechi. Going to be good against the Mountain King that's now out. There will be a flying machine soon, so it might actually never do anything, really. Now we're getting some more ambitious creeping from both players. Scouted at Cechi. This will be Death Knight 3, and this will be... could be Mountain King level 2, but MisterWinner's stealing some of the XP away with his Archmage. Rune Bracers, alright. That's pretty good, to say the least. And by pretty good, I mean it's literally the best item on the entire map. Other than a consumable. Consumable could arguably be better, but I'd still think Rune Bracers is better. Yeah, this Mountain King ain't going anywhere, is he? Look how tanky this bad boy is. Look at these items. And +1 attack for the Griffins and the Knights on the way for MisterWinner. And for Cechi, he's just getting all the things you would expect from an undead. The only question mark for Cechi is currently what his third hero is going to be. A Dark Ranger would be expected, or just no third hero. Not the worst idea, is it? MisterWinner, here's the Paladin, Griffins, Knights. And just a single flying machine, which, as mentioned earlier, will be good against the Burrow on the Fiends. There is now Web Finish to counter it. One mana stealing and one mana stealing. Honestly, having two of those isn't too bad because you can like pass them to two heroes, your Lich and your DK, and just double steal mana on the MK at the start of the fight. And that's like a lot of mana taken away. You do that twice and the Mountain King's literally out of mana. Or if you do it once and the Mountain King uses a Stormbolt, he's got no mana. So double one mana stealing is pretty good actually. Weirdly enough. Astral Form on the way, Animal Ward Training on the way. And now the greater mana. That's a lot of mana for Cechi. And this doesn't drop the heal thing anymore. Again, the scouting. I mentioned this last week when we were watching Cechi play. His scouting is really, really solid with skeletons, even if he's a little bit out of shape and a little bit not knowing the meta. Did he really use the Staff of Sanctuary on a footman? Oh, man. Well, he doesn't have it for another 30 seconds, and the footman's dead, so. Honestly, when you have one staff as a human player, I'd say save it. Don't even save a knight with it. Always save it for a hero. Orb of Fire is helping against that. Mountain King could be dying here. There's not another Holy Light, but the coil used defensively. Cechi didn't use the Wand of Mana Stealings. He should have used double Wand of Mana Stealing on the MK right away at the start of the fight. Then he would have never lost that Fiend. Okay, Staff off cooldown. Saves a Knight with it. No more Sentry Ward. No more Sentry Ward at the shops. Yes, correct. Still 2 red camps left. And both of these camps that get neglected sometimes. This isn't easy for Cechi, actually. I thought Cechi was just going to own here, but he's having a little bit of difficulty. But luckily for him, he's got infinite mana, essentially. So he can just keep on kiting, and he really shouldn't lose anything now that the Mountain King's out of mana. Yeah, Cechi continues kiting. Only a matter of time before one of these heroes fall. Coil lands, but the Orb of Fire hit landed before. Which now level 3. Oh, Bash. The Paladin dies to a Nova. One Fiend does die as well. Another Fiend could be dying. There's almost a Stormbolt, and the coil was used on the Dark Ranger. There's a Stormbolt on a Fiend. He accidentally coils a Knight. Whoops. And MisterWinner finds 2 Fiends and a statue kill, and the Paladin's dead. Who cares? It's back in 15 seconds. Cechi continues to go forward. He still has Wand of Mana Stealing Charge and a greater mana. And MisterWinner's running out of steam a little bit. He should just nuke them. I guess he's not because of Rune Bracers, but Mountain King will not be able to recover from one round of nukes, probably. He might be dying right here. Staff is there. Cechi just does not stop going forward. So many mana items. Now, Cechi does want to back up at any point. He can go creep red and then red right away. If he wanted to. King Tower going down. And the web is going to catch all the air out of position. More coils, more frost armor. This fiend will die, but did its job in tanking the knights for a second. Coil lands, but again, the Orb of Fire. So good here. Oh, that coil was without the Orb of Fire, but the Stormbolt makes up for it. Level 2 Paladin. Could be Divine Shield, honestly. Yeah, it is. He could pass the Potion of Invulnerability now to the Mountain King. Cechi's starting to lose some units, but he's still up 20 supply because of all the air that died over here. But we do need a statue to start reinforcing in for Cechi. Really surprised there's not been any hero focus at all on the side of MisterWinner. Really for either player. The Paladin got nuked once, but other than that, it's just been units. Killing units. A bomb will fall. And we still got a game. As mentioned, Cechi can back up now and creep red. And I don't think MisterWinner is going to be able to do anything about it. He could creep this camp, sure, but... Fiend shot does get the knight. That was a whoopsie doopsie. Yeah, just go creep the reds now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, no way, there's a shop even available. He gets a Pennant of Energy. Oh yeah, Cechi's in a huge lead right now. Just with the creeps that are left on the... He's going to get 3 massive camps, and then even a 4th, actually. In the meantime, MisterWinner is just going to get this, and he doesn't even get Paladin level 3 off of it. Circlet. I mean, MisterWinner might be able to scrape together Paladin 3 if he, like, solo creeps this, but I don't think it's likely. And Helm of Valor. Not that great, really. Put it on the Dark Ranger, sure, but not that great. Skeleton's going to give the Paladin some more experience. And MisterWinner definitely needs Pally level 3 here. Okay, she's going to be a level 5 DK after all this creeping, level 4 Dark Ranger, and he'll be on his way to level 5 Lich. And he's still up 10 supply, but MisterWinner not being taxed currently. The amount of creeping that Cechi's getting. The speed at which you can do it with the destroyers. It's called loss. Okay, now the Dark Ranger is starting to be a little bit spooky. Oh, he doesn't have the Helm of Valor on the Dark Ranger, though. Why not, man? Come on. Solo creep the Paladin. There we go. Is this Pally level 3? It should be, right? Yeah, it will be. There we go. Big upgrade. And the Paladin has the Runed Bracers, and he's level 3 now, so very sturdy heroes for MisterWinner. But Cechi, not level 5 Death Knight. I thought he was going to get it, but doesn't. Gets a Circlet as well. So almost 5-4-4, whereas MisterWinner is almost 5-4-3. But Cechi's closer on his level 5 starting hero than MisterWinner is. The map is officially crept out. So now there's 3 options. Turtle, expand, or push. That's all you can do once the map is crept out. It seems like both players are choosing the push option, which is going to favor Cechi because he's up in supply. But turtling, if both players turtled, that would favor MisterWinner because he wasn't over upkeep, but now he breaks. Which is going to deter both players being... at 60 supply is going to deter them from expanding until the gold mines run out because they don't really have the gold to expand. Still anyone's game here. This human army is not to be underestimated, despite Cechi being ahead, of course, and a temple coming up for Cechi. Yeah, I think he's fine just to turtle here, as long as he knows that MisterWinner's broken upkeep, which he could be scouting for right now. I think Cechi's fine to just turtle. And he's got the 70 supply Ziggurat, so if they ever get in a fight and he needs to, Cechi can just morph all of his destroyers. And there's not enough flying machines to fight 4 or 5 destroyers with mana right now. There just simply is not. Oh, there's a green camp. Never mind. The map is not officially corrupt. He's going to get level 5 off this? Wait, please pull your Lich and DR away so you guarantee level 5. He's stealing away level 5. Oh my god. Well, his first coil is going to be a level 2 coil, that's for sure. MisterWinner really refuses to expand in most cases. 65 against 64. Human army does tend to be stronger than the undead army as well. Just because Fly Machine's better than Destros, Knight's better than Fiends. But we're going to have Curse. And Possession, as it turns out. But I doubt the Banshees are ever going to have enough mana for Possession, really. Yeah, still anyone's game. Truly. Truly anyone's game. Stormhammers. Only now? Oh, that's late. Oh, we do have double temple, by the way. And 2.5 minutes left in mining. For both. Yeah, me too, and sub. That'd be dope. That's what I've been looking for all day. But honestly, I gotta say, I don't know if Duck would struggle this much against MisterWinner. But Duck would also probably have had an expansion up the entire game. Yeah, the Fly Machines numbers are getting to the point where they can counter 4 or 5 Destros. Where's Chechi's third? Okay, he does have 3 statues still. So he might not want to morph multiple Destros. Because it's always a judgment call of, do I fight the flying machines, or do I give up my Destros I have in the air? Do you let these 2 Destros die, or do you chain morph 2 more statues and try to fight the air, risking losing 20 supply instead of just 10 against the flying machines? It's really, you got to make the call after just a split second of seeing the amount of flying machines. And it's kind of a tough call with a 3, 6, 9. It's like almost a dozen flying machines. Banshee numbers. I mean, he's gonna have enough mana for a lot of possessions. By the way, worth noting, I did some testing on this about a couple weeks ago. Fly machines with bombs, if they have 3-0 attacks, this is really stupid. I spent like 20 minutes testing it a couple weeks ago. If fly machines have bombs, which haven't been upgraded, oh, they have been upgraded by MisterWinner. If the fly machines have 3 attack upgrades, it takes 13 of them to one-shot a Banshee while it's doing possession. But with 1 attack upgrade and this amount of fly machines, the fly machines will 2-shot a Banshee while it's doing possession, or 4-shot when it's not doing possession. Which is something that's overlooked, honestly. You have a lot of fly machines, therefore the undead transitions out of destroyers and into Banshees, but you still have the fly machines left over. You need to be thinking about, I need to shift-click the Banshees at the start of the fight with my fly machines, because they really do. Like, this amount of fly machines is almost going to one-shot a Banshee if it tries to possess a Knight. It's really, really good and overlooked. $10 gold per second, Googs, is how you do the math. And here's a big fight. This is messy for Cechi, though. Militia being called. He's expanding here, but honestly, Chechi's getting owned. Okay, he steals a couple of Knights. I heard 3 get stolen. Okay, never mind. That's a lot of Knights that just got stolen. An anti-magic on everything. 63 against 65. Still really close fight. And it's extremely messy. I mean, if I can't see what's going on, the players definitely can't either. Griffin's up in the air, but they're cursed. 57 against 59. 54 now against 57. The 1 Banshee still left on the ground. The Death Knight. Finally, we're seeing some hero focus out of MisterWinner. The Knights that were stolen in the back are being cleaned up by Militia. Both of them now. 42 against 50. MisterWinner is winning. Because Cechi just... Why did he go across the map like that? That was such a messy fight after such a long build-up. That was such a messy fight. Oh man, the Death Knight's 1 HP. And the expansion is up, but it won't mine. That is rough. And the Griffins are what's left. You wouldn't expect it, but Griffins are pretty damn good. And do you just unsummon? I don't know. The DK is one nuke away. He's got full mana on the Death Knight right now. He could start nuking down these Griffins potentially, but there's Holy Light level 2, there's Staff. Long distance mining from MisterWinner. Quite the game, too. I don't know if Cechi loses this. I don't know if that's 2-0 for MisterWinner or if it's 1-1. Oh man, but the heroes are so strong. Just a statue and 3 heroes, and GG is called, and don't know what the score is. He possessed a peasant? Is that really what happened? Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Damn, yeah, I think Cechi was in a fine spot. He just had to take a clean fight. And I don't know what the score is, everybody. Do not know. But I will check Chechi's stream to see. But a throw, I don't know if it was necessarily a throw, but Cechi was very ahead at times. Okay, Chechi's watching the replay. Yeah, Cechi was definitely in, he was in the driver's seat for sure, but the human army gets really, really strong. You let them get up to 70 supply, doesn't matter if they're on 1 base or 2. New top 1 human. Yeah, Hawk, step aside. I mean, you might 2-0, 1-2-0, but MisterWinner, he 2-0s Cechi, alright? Mess Banshee, like, it should be great on paper. Anti-magic against the Griffins, Curse and Possession against the Knights. It should be the best unit on paper. Okay, I still don't know if that was 2-0 or not. Or if they're still playing game 3. I'm waiting to see. If they play game 3, then I can update the score to 1-1, but... Okay, they are playing game 3. So that was 1-1. Cechi won game 1, then that means. Okay. So let's say Turtle Rock and Twisted Meadows will be map 3, and probably Springtime was game 1, so let's just put that in there. 1-1. Game 3. On Twisted Meadows. Somebody says in chat like you should just expand because MisterWinner always plays 1 base and you just play hit and run. And I definitely agree with that. You have to play, I mean, not even the expansion part, but the hit and run bit. If a human plays 1 base, just kill their peasants over and over again. Kill their peasants. They're on 1 base. What are they going to do? They have terrible mobility. They have terrible lumber economy. You have all the mobility in the world and all the opportunity. Kill peasants. What's up, Serenity? I do agree with that person in Chechi's chat. Let's see if he agrees with them for game number 3. Here we go. Winner, this is in the semifinals. Bottom left, MisterWinner. Upper right, Mr. Cechi. Still no results. Oh, no, never mind. Krasik's in the semifinals, but no other results. These quarterfinals are all taking ages, everybody. Oh, sorry. I'm tabbed out. Alright, I finished my yogurt. I may or may not have been eating yogurt that entire last game. Okay? Don't tell anyone. And Death Knight. Oh, Lich. Never mind. So Cechi, we can see it already. He's trying out new stuff. Because his muscle memory says Death Knight. but he's probably being told by people, Lich Expo. That's what you do. That's how you own human. By the way, Happy goes Lich every game against human, right? You know what the counter to Lich, in my opinion, is? And Duck's opinion is what he's been saying, but I agree with it. Paladin first. I think players should start going Paladin first against Happy. Yeah, I said it. They should start going Paladin first. Well, Baron, the thing is, though, I've been saying that for way longer than Narbu's been saying that. I guarantee it. So really, I'm agreeing with myself, not him. Because I am always right. I am always right. I'm right about the Paladin thing, too. You guys just wait. Soon enough, people are going to start going Paladin against Happy. And then he's going to have to start going DK first again. It's going to happen. Gonna happen. Lich Expo. Save this VOD. This game might not go up on YouTube because we didn't see the whole series, but if it does, it's in the history books. Okay? You guys wait. I'm always right in the end. It might take a year. Because human players, they're a little bit slow learners sometimes. But it'll happen eventually. Might take Thorzane coming back. But it'll happen. Archmage. Level 2 goes across the map. Cechi expanding. Gonna have to go back home though. 'Cause here is MisterWinner. No Nerubian. Oh, slow reaction. Very slow reaction. Cechi's doing this to save as much gold as possible. He does not want to just move all 5 acolytes immediately. He wants to keep mining. He's going to lose a few acolytes in doing so. But here's the Lich with Nova. Could get a big one if he wanted to, but wants to save his mana for now. Instead goes for the Archmage. Goes for the surround. And doesn't land it. Ooh, this is rough. Rough for Cechi. One footman finally dies, but how many acolytes have to die? Cechi has no lumber and no gold. At least he got his gold mine up.
A player's forces are under attack.
My Paladin versus Lich. Just a counter Nova with pressure. You'll just have to wait and see. You'll just have to wait and see. Mark my words, everybody. It'll happen. Paladin is not going to be played by MisterWinner. He's probably going to go Mountain King. But he is going to go Rifleman. Try to break the expansion. Cechi is on the back foot, but he's going to be on 2 base in a little while. He's still got to build a lot. He's got to build 6 more acolytes before he's saturated. But he's pretty much on 1 base right now. Almost officially on 1 base. Lich gonna get level 3, and then we need to start seeing Cechi buying a Staff of Teleportation and going for peasant kills, going for counter pressure.
A player's forces are under attack.
Speaking of level 3, there is level 3 for the Archmage, which is going to be pretty good against the ghouls. Cechi almost... Okay, now he's officially starting to expand, because he needs 3 more acolytes. Staff of Teleportation. Cechi needs to buy a decent amount of time. He needs to buy, let's say, till about the 9-minute mark to be in a good position, I would say. So 2.5 minutes is what we need Cechi to buy for himself. Keep MisterWinner not creeping and not pushing as long as he can. Those are his goals. But for now, MisterWinner is creeping a whole bunch. I think he's expanding. Because he ain't. Okay. Here's the last accolade at long last. How many goals do we have on lumber? Okay, we still have 3. I like to see 5 being kept on lumber, but... King level 2. On his way to level 3 as well. You need to go into the main base, Cechi. You need to go and force MisterWinner back. Force him to not push. Force him to not creep. You need to find a way in. He's going all the way back home, and being in a defensive position at this stage in the game is going to be very, very difficult for Cechi to defend if MisterWinner starts to push. Oh no. This is not good at all. See, just because Cechi ended up going into a defensive position, he can no longer counterattack, so he has to defend. But he can't defend. He doesn't have the army to defend, which is why Cechi needed to sit here and then counterattack if MisterWinner ever pushed. That's the only way to win in this spot. But let's see. No heal scroll. Start spamming those Novas. 1 priest, dead. He's got a lot of Novas. 2nd priest. Not dead because of Stormbolt. Oh, he's got a staff out. He's got to staff out and give up this expansion. Oh, Lich dead. And that Lich had a lot of mana left still, too. Yeah, this is all just a positional loss from Cechi. After he crept his expansion, he didn't position well enough. He tried to creep like this without any information. And then again, when MisterWinner was creeping the shop, he didn't position himself correctly. He went too defensive. And in the early game, he went too offensive. And that's just simply why this is not working out. But, I mean, hey, 3 towers on their way. These Spirit Towers get up. Might be alright. Although there's no real way to repair these towers, because where the hell are the Acolytes? Okay, Spirit Towers are up. But they might not be good enough. He's trying. That's a big investment. Gone in this expansion. Mined pretty much 1,000 gold. And a lot more than that was invested into it. 5 Acolytes, the gold mine, 3 Ziggurats, 3 towers. And that is 2-1. MisterWinner moves on to the semifinals. Do we have an opponent for him in the semifinals? Nice try, Cechi. Still figuring out the meta, of course. I don't think I've seen him play Lich first against Human yet, but it's got to work out the kinks.